We're coming to you today from Webb in Minneola, and we are super excited to show you the model homes that this new 55 plus community offers, as well as some of the great, unique amenities that are here. So stay tuned and you'll see those homes as well as everything that Minneola has to offer.
So first things first, we want to talk a little bit about the location of this community. So we are in the little town of Minneola, little city of Minneola. There's about 9,000 inhabitants here.
Correct.
And what kind of makes this part of Florida unique is the hills. And you may not think about that when you come to Florida. You're busy watching the palm trees and the sunsets and things like that. But if you are from up north, we are both from Pennsylvania, you start to miss those hills after a while. But here we are actually on Sugarloaf Mountain.
Correct.
So you're not going to ski, and it's not going to be snow-capped, but it is a higher elevation. It's the highest point actually in Florida.
That's right. And what is really makes it stand out is the views that you get over Lake Apopka. Of course it's Lake County, so there are plenty of lakes, but Lake Apopka itself is just absolutely gorgeous.
And it's the fourth largest lake in Florida, and there's miles and miles of walking paths and biking paths around it, so it's a great natural resource nearby.
Yeah, and Minneola has recently been, well, I guess I should say that the development to Minneola, the major highways have come through.
Right.
So now with the development of 429 and the Turnpike extension, we can actually get down to the airport in 35 minutes from Minneola. That's the Orlando International Airport. We can get to Disney in 40 minutes. We can get to downtown Winter Garden with the cobblestone streets and the outdoor cafes in 15 minutes. So it's a great place to be away from things. If you like the outdoors and the lakes, yet very, very close to all the amenities that a large city offers.
And there's a winery 3 miles away, and Mount Dora is about 20 miles away. So you're rural. You've got a rural feel, but you're not completely isolated by any means.
Yeah, I like that winery.
That's too much information!
So let's talk a little bit about the Clubhouse, which is due to be built in 2025. So I'm just going to show you a picture and list some of the amenities. It is going to be 17,500 square feet, so that is pretty big. But there are also 846 homes going in here, so it should be just the perfect size for the amount of lots available in this community.
That's right. And then also we want to make sure you know that the monthly fee, the HOA, is $840 a month.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not true.
That right there is emotional damage.
So one of the unique things about this clubhouse is actually going to have a restaurant, which is unusual for a 55 plus community. It is going to be supported by the community itself, and in doing so, there will be an $840 food and beverage minimum each year. So you're required to spend about $840, which I could probably do in a weekend, especially if there are events, etc. So anyway, initial contribution, which will support the restaurant and also support the amenity center, is $3,000.
Yeah, and we will tell you the HOA fees as we go through a couple of these models. We'll discuss the different series of homes too. There are 15 different types of homes that are going to be available in this community, and let's talk about some of those. So this has different series. There are 3 series in this community. That's the way Webb kind of distinguishes between them. The Scenic series is going to offer 3 types of homes, and those are going to range in size from 1,405 to 1,655 square feet, and those are going to be your 2 and 3 bedroom models. Prices are going to start at $403,000. That does not include any upgrades that you want or the lot fee. The lot fees for the Scenic series are going to vary. They're 30 and 40 foot home sites, that's the width, and they're going to go from $35,000 all the way up to $105,000. Now I'm going to show you the Scenic series, and we're going to go through this pretty quickly because there's no power and water on in here, and so it's a little dark and kind of hot. But let's quickly take a look. Kitchen. This is a gas community, which is important for our chefs out there because gas is not available everywhere in Central Florida.
Now we're in the Distinctive series. This series of homes has 7 different types of models. They can range in size from 1,670 to over 3,000 square feet, depending on what options you choose. Remember that Pulte doesn't have any quick move-in homes. So occasionally they may have one if a buyer unfortunately needs to back out of their contract, so they may have it available, but generally no. The HOA for this series is $348 a month, and it includes professional landscaping and the replacement of. Once a year, they'll do mulching for you. It includes the irrigation, so the outside care of your home, as well as the maintenance of the general public areas, which is awesome. There is a manned guarded gate at this community, which is really neat as well. This particular home has 2 master bedrooms and a flex room, as all of the series do have a flex room. The unique thing about this is that if you wanted to have it a 3-bedroom, you would convert that master, the second master, into 3 bedrooms. Finally, we have the Echelon series. This is the top series in the line, and it includes 5 different home types. They range in size from 2,300 square feet and max out at about 3,500 square feet. Although, depending on the structural changes you make, for example, you can make a bonus room upstairs, it can even be larger than that. These homes start at about $609. Unique feature of the Echelon series is the fact that it has a 3-car garage, so that there's plenty of room for all your toys. HOA for the Echelon series is $394 a month. And I want to talk about some of the unique features of the Del Webb, all of the Del Webb communities. Of course, it's quality construction, the utilities are underground. This particular community is a gas community for all you chefs out there. There's professionally engineered roof trusses with hurricane tie downs, of course, cement floor, wood grain textured exterior lap siding. They use a 30-year fungus-resistant asphalt in the roof shingles, and your master closets can double as a 3rd, 4th, or 5th bedroom. So I want to talk to you about some of the great things that are coming to Minneola. Super exciting. Firstly, their Advent Health is building one of their hospitals here. Premier hospital system here in Central Florida. Great doctors, great system. And then, of course, we already have a Publix that was built about 1.5 years ago. Right down the road from the Publix will be a Trader Joe's. How about that? We are going to also have Crooked Can, which is going to be expanded. So lots of great things, whether you want to stay in town or venture out and go to the city, Minneola is the place to live.